Today I'll be discussing the impact social networking sites have made on the relationships with others and most importantly ourselves. Let's start with what they are and how they evolved into something people can't seem to live without. Social networking sites are online services that allow individuals to create a profile that can connect with other users. Before we jump into things, we have to learn about the causes and history of these sites before we can discuss the effects. Some say it all started with the bulletin board system in the late 1970s when the internet just started off being a way for users to share software, data messages, and news with each other. However, the internet quickly developed into so much more. The phrase, "you got mail," continues to be recognized even to this day thanks to AOL, the dominant email system of the 90s, which eventually evolved into AIM, which had the first free instant messaging and chat rooms available for the public. It also developed a buddy list, which resembles the friend list we see in today's social networking sites. AIM quickly paved the way for future social networking sites. The launch of Friendster in 2003 was when big-time media outlets like Time, Vanity Fair, Entertainment Weekly, and more spoke about this new site where people can create their own profile and befriend other users to share content and media online. It was eventually replaced by the infamous MySpace in 2004, and in 2006, the most used social networking site to date was released. After replacing MySpace, Facebook became the most dominating social networking site today. An eighth of the world's population currently has an account with Facebook registered. Its simple format and user-friendly design has made connecting with old and new friends easier than ever. It also revolutionized the way we view social media with the implementation of the like button in 2009. And the creation of Twitter in 2006 has also changed the way we spread news. It now takes one user with a ton of followers to make an event become nationally or even globally known in a matter of hours, which has led to more awareness of global news. Twitter has opened the doors to giving average people like us the ability to connect with celebrities and large corporations in 140 characters or less. All of these sites can be used online, so when did we become known as a generation obsessed with our cell phones? In 2010, the app known as Instagram became known as the largest growing social networking site and was only available on smartphones. It is based on the ability to enhance photos using filters, and people called followers like and comment on these photos. The final social networking platform I'll be discussing is Snapchat, released in the App Store in 2011. This is where users send self-destructing photos to other users. This is the only social networking platform that can only be accessed with a smartphone after Instagram released their app online. All of these sites seem to be connecting everyone, so how can they possibly be damaging these connections? The truth is, social networking sites, according to Susan Greenfield, a top neuroscientist from Oxford University, has claimed the brain of small children these days have shorter attention spans because these sites don't require any skills to learn in order to utilize. Time magazine has also released a study from Microsoft that says the average attention span has dropped from 12 to 8 seconds, while the average attention span of a goldfish is 9. The drop in attention span is highly correlated with the increased usage of multiple media outlets. Children, teens, and young adults will now listen attentively to their parents, friends, and family members for an average of 8 seconds. How can they be able to form long-lasting relationships without the ability to actively listen to each other? Patricia Greenfield's research, a professor of psychology at UCLA, has stated that adolescents and adults are spending time on these virtual relationships and less time for special interactions where we can learn most of our nonverbal cues and understanding for other people's emotions. Human interactions is a crucial part to physical, mental, and spiritual health. It almost seems like an oxymoron to say social networking sites, because it's anything but social. You feel like you're socializing with others when you look into their lives through a screen, but the truth is, you're scrolling through these statuses and photos all alone. This has led to stress and anxiety, and according to the American Academy of Pediatrics, it can lead to what they refer to as Facebook depression. Facebook's like button has inspired Instagram's like button and eventually Twitter's like button. Instead of focusing on the main point of networking sites, which is to connect and share with others, we are focused on the amount of followers, likes, comments, and shares we get for our tweets, photos, and statuses. It's time to change this mindset of what social networking is all about. According to Greenfield's study, less people have the ability to emphasize as these sites and apps are giving us pages dedicated to ourselves, which leads us to believe that everything revolves around us and what we're doing. Selfies, pictures taken of yourself by yourself, are increasing and is correlated with the increased use of Snapchat. Even Ellen DeGeneres took a selfie at the Oscars one year. I think families and friends play an important role in developing a positive self-image. Today, we are relying on the amount of likes and followers we get to define our worth and beauty. It's time for the families and friends to encourage and support each other into learning how to love and respect ourselves and being comfortable in our own skin. I also believe any type of cell phone or tablet used to check social networking sites should be banned from the dinner table. It is important to have strong connections with our family and be able to speak about whatever is on our minds and trust them with that information, instead of posting these thoughts online for others to comment on. I ask that you take the challenge to stop using social networking sites for 1 week. You'll probably reach out for your cell phone to check these sites more than you'd care to admit, but after taking this challenge, I can say how much more productive I feel. I call my friends and family and ask how their day went instead of waiting for them to post it elsewhere. If not using Instagram, Facebook, or Snapchat for an entire week seems too radical for you, then start off small. Turn off your phone whenever you are speaking face to face with a person and try to pay attention to the conversation in front of you. The ringing of notifications is oftentimes too distracting and a reason our attention spans are decreasing within time. If you still find yourself not being able to resist scrolling through your accounts, at least use social networks responsibly. Be wary of what you post because anything you post is oftentimes permanent. Also, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. Commenting or tweeting rude things is a form of cyberbullying and can seriously damage a person's mental health. Lastly, social networks are most likely here to stay, so my last proposition is for us to petition against the use of a like button. It doesn't make connecting us more profound. If anything, it divides us between people who get a lot of likes and those who get less. It's time these sites go back to their original purpose of connecting us to each other with local and global events.